I don't know, and it doesn't matter in the long term, right? But it does feel pretty relevant that the part of the reason why they felt like they needed to draft a quarterback, what necessitated that is still on the team. Let's talk to Larry-N-Stafford because he wants to weigh in on this very topic. Let's go to Larry. What's up, Larry?
What's going on, B. Scott? Spo, look here. We're gonna get to them Spo's comments about CJ at the end, but let me hit on a couple things real quick about the Astros.
All right.
Y'all saying that we shouldn't feel good about it when we won 50 games with half our whole pitching staff out, and we've been playing players out of position or different players in center field and outfield? We should feel great about the fact that we should have been just one game out of first place if we would have won that game yesterday against Seattle behind the Rangers.
I said you should be relieved, Larry. I said the word we agreed on, eventually we got to it. The word we agreed on was relieved, but they got to be better. You would admit yourself they got to be better, right?
Yeah, we knew that once we lost Verlander that we was the rotation was going to be in a flux. What we didn't expect was Montero and Christian Javier to start looking like Josh James. That's what we didn't expect. And we didn't expect Hunter Brown to go out there the last couple of weeks and not be able to hold up his end of the bargain. But here's the thing. The All-Star break is going to give them an opportunity to recalibrate, to get some people back into the rotation and into the lineup, whether it's Jordan or whether it's Iracudi or whatever. And we get these boys back and then we get this thing popping. Because here's the thing. To be able to trade for somebody, you're going to have to give up somebody. And they may just have to be forced to go through their own farm system. I see my boy Big John Singleton down there hitting AAA balls out of the park down there in Sugar Land. So you may be able to just find a diamond in the rough down there in your own system. Because you're going to have to give up a lot to get a big-time Pritchard to come over here to H-Town and get us back to the World Series, which we know that's where we headed. Because we know them Oklahoma Rangers going to choke anyway. Let me get to them Rockets. This is why we didn't want to trade Jabari, Atari, or Jalen Green. What we saw in the Summer League, and I know it's Summer League, and I try to tell people when they start evaluating this stuff, this is no different than playing shirts and skins down at Fundy. You take it for what it's worth. But Jabari's put on the show over there in Vegas, and that's what you want to see. You want to see him progressing from his freshman year to his sophomore year to get to where he's done doing the things when the league start turning around, and their men is going to be all right, man. So it's just a process, and they got some young talent over there, and now it's just going to be a part of Ime to put that thing together and let these boys go to work. Now, let me deal with
Wait. Larry, can I ask you a question real quick?
Yes, sir.
Who's the injured pitcher the Astros are getting back?
They're going to get Iracudi or however you say his name. Iracudi, or whatever it is.
I was just checking.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest with you, Larry. Let me be honest with you, man. I hope you don't never figure out how to say that right. Because I prefer the way you say it.
Right.
I prefer the way you say it, man.
Hey, I appreciate that, B. Scott. But Spone, I ain't finna let your ass off the hook. Now, all this silly stuff we talking about, C.J. Stroud shouldn't start the first game or it shouldn't be the day one starter, that is all foolishness. And when I hear people talk about that kind of stuff, here's the reason why it's foolish. Because they always make the comparison to like Pat Mahomes didn't start week one, or Josh Allen didn't start, or Lamar Jackson didn't start. None of those franchises had the stench of what we went through the last 3 years with Jack Easterby, Bill O'Brien, Lovey, and David Culley. All of those organizations had solid structure in place, and they had solid quarterbacks in place that they could put in place, that they could let their rookies sit for a couple games. But here's the bigger issue. On my money, I'll bet any kind of money that you want that C.J. Stroud is just a better quarterback than Davis Mills. So we don't need to see that. And I can tell you, as someone that loves going over there on Kirby and getting his drink on with that yak and everything else that I drink, I'm not trying to sit over there in September and watch Davis Mills start nothing. I want my quarterback to go out there and sleep like a baby with Larry Charles and Titus Howard protecting him, and then hit my boy Tank over the middle and let's doing some work. This thing is about to get back on track. And anybody else thinking that they want some of that Davis Mills love, your ass needs to be canceled and I'll haul.
Wait, don't.
Oh man, I dropped it.
I can't remember who the pitcher was. I need to ask him.
You want to do that one more time?
Yeah, one more time.
You need to be on with the driver. Need to be checking out them guys in the afternoon because they got the Iracudi drop. Like it's like a part of their. He must have done it on their show too. I think that's part of it too. He must have had to drop one of those on their show, but I think I prefer the Iraqiti. You know what's funny though, really about it, honestly? It's not like it's that hard to say Iraqiti.
No, it's